So you're believing in they ask, you answer. We've gone through the 5 essential steps to pull this off. You're saying to yourself, all right, I understand. I need a content manager, potentially a videographer. I can't just leave it up to chance. We've got to design the company around this. But you might be asking yourself too, where does all this content go? Just throw it on my website? No, we don't just throw it on the website. We want to have an actual place on the site where you're really going to house this information. Now, generally, we call this a learning center or a knowledge center. And the idea is, whether it's a potential customer or a potential recruit, that there's a section that they can go to on your site where they can have all their questions answered. Again, questions, worries, fears, issues, concerns, etc. So let me give you an example of this that we're going to show on the screen right now. So let's say you came to my River Pools and Spas website. Now, once you're on the site, on the home page, you're going to notice a section that you see here that says Visit Our Extensive Learning Center. And immediately you're going to get an impression that, whoa, this company is different than anyone we've seen so far. 140 videos, over 700 articles, over 22 million views. And then you see some of the different pieces of content that are immediately attractive to you as a viewer, as a consumer, as a buyer. And so quickly you're going to dive into this saying, I have found the promised land of swimming pool information. That's how we became the Wikipedia of pools. So that's the essence of a learning center. You take your learning center and you divide it into different sections that people would want to essentially, or learning styles that they would want to learn from. So let me give you an example. You might have a section that's articles, then another section that is your video library, and then another section that is your customer case studies, and then another section that is potentially, let's say, digital brochures. Another section that is webinars if you do webinars ever within your company. Another section that is white papers if you actually do white papers. Any of these things, different sections. So somebody could quickly look at this section and say, hey, I want to read, I want to watch, I want to consume this way. Now again, it's very important that you understand that there's a learning center for potential customers, and then there will be a separate learning center for recruits. So there's a section there where for recruits, they can have any article that is addressing all of those major questions a potential recruit would have. Keep in mind, most of those are about the industry, not specific to you and your company. This is how potential recruits think. But the idea is that you have a wealth of information on a learning center that's easily searchable and that allows someone to not feel inundated or overwhelmed, but rather almost like when they go to Google, when you go to Google, you can quickly find it and you can find it fast. That's the idea, that's the essence of a learning center.